Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to some more Bloodborne. Picking up on the third floor of the Pthumeru Root Chalice, or the Pthumeru regular Chalice, I believe. We have got definitely unexplored territory. Okay. What are these little enemies though? Nothing too bad. Guy wandering around down there, and then some... Kind of interested in these hanging cages in the middle. That's kind of interesting. It looks like... Is that a person? Like, is that a hooded head that's in there with all those candles? Okay. And then this is going to be presumably the way to the boss. Alright. We do have a ladder we could use, but hey, why not take the quick way down? Blood vials. Alright. Now we haven't been warping anywhere, so we haven't... Whoa. So, we have not been regaining our blood vials in between this. We're still down a couple from our last few fights. Oh man. These guys. Alright, we saw one of these in the main game. Oh, hey, I didn't even notice the little crystal lizard thing. I should really figure out what those are actually called in this game, because clearly they are not crystal or lizard-like anymore. Oh, nope, nope. Please stay out of that. Yeah, so we did see one of these things in the main game in Bergenworth, but that was it. Oh, okay. He dropped Arcane Haze. Have I seen that before? Material used in a holy chalice ritual. The tiny smatterings of haze that are found in certain ritual materials, sometimes required for special rites. The additional rite Sinister Bell makes the bell-ringing woman appear, and when she rings a sinister bell, hunters from other worlds will be beckoned as adversaries. So maybe that's used to like make your chalice invadable? I'm not really sure. Oh, yeah, and we killed this little guy. Gave us a tempering blood gemstone. As you can see, clearing everything out makes it a little easier to find this stuff when we do pick it up. So 7.3 physical up. I don't think that's better than anything we've got right now. I think it might match, like one of our gems is, I'm pretty sure, like a 7.3 up, and then an additional 2.7 at max. Okay, got some guys up there, and presumably a bell-ringing woman somewhere, as these guys are running at us. See if we can't maybe follow them back to their source. They're coming from up above us. Something just exploded next to me. There she be. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. As you can see, in its transformed mode, the Shikage is fairly devastating, although it does tick off health constantly. We are using some constant regen gems for that very reason, basically, so that when we're not using it in transform mode, sort of slowly regaining health, affords us to occasionally use that ability of this weapon, like against bosses or in PvP, anything where a lot more damage output is really meaningful, that can come into play. So I do hear very large footsteps somewhere. Is it below us? That's curious. And so that cage would take us up to this other level. Okay. Looks like there's nothing really up here except for the bell-ringing woman, and then a corridor leading out. To a door. Okay. Whoa! Hello? Hello, friend. Are you a nice thing? Huh. Well, that's really weird. Is he trying to talk to us? Got a cane. Can I, like, not bother him for a second? Grab some blood vials. Let's see what else is in this area. And, what is that, him? Oh, he's walking now. It makes like a little chime sound whenever he's moving. Wonder, we're gonna kill him. Our bloodlust gets the better of us. Oh wow, he drops 10 blood vials. Okay, so he's sort of a, I guess just kind of a loot pinata. Something for you to easily restock yourself when you're down here. Cold Blood Dew. And one of these big guys. Oh. Who falls pretty easily to the might of the blood-tinged Shikage. Alright, and here is the switch for our unlocked. I don't remember ever seeing that before. Is that... Did I miss that in like the last 2 episodes when we've done that? Have I been paying zero attention to the things around me? All of these are possibilities. Okay. I really don't remember the unlocked thing ever popping up. But it looks like that was just the side area to get the switch. Oh no, I'm turned around. Okay. There's a ladder leading up here though, so maybe we haven't fully explored this way. We've still got the big room with the cannons and the cages though. Does this take us back out to that upper level? It is eerily quiet in here. Huh. Nothing but our own footsteps. Oh, there's a chest back here. Okay, a bizarre little room. Some tomb mold. Alright. So we're definitely getting a lot of, like, the Chalice ritual materials out of the Chalice Dungeon. You know, kind of giving you a, not a hard requirement, I guess, to have played the earlier ones to get to the later ones, but kind of a soft requirement in that if you don't have the materials required, you wouldn't be able to just skip immediately to one of the later ones. You would sort of have to go through these just to accumulate enough blood rituals and tomb mold. Some of the more exotic materials later on seem to have come from story stuff. You know, things like slugs and that sort of stuff. But we're getting a lot of the basic materials, at least, from here. We've got another cage right there. Huh. There didn't really seem to be any reason to come up here. Well, that is curious. Okay. And that's the one we already pulled down. Well, we'll check out the other side. Oh, crap. One of these days I'm gonna, like, notice those things on the floor prior to walking into them. This is just not gonna be that day. Alright, like I said, we'll check out what's on the other side of this little bridge here. A very smoky room indeed. Anytime there's a long hallway with, like, shiny loot at the other end of it, I get real nervous. Oh, that's the only thing in here? Now I'm even more nervous. All that for 3 blood vials? Oh, man. I feel like I'm playing a horror movie, where it's like, tension building, tension building. Oh, no, never mind. And then just random jump scares thrown in. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan of, like, the horror game genre. But I guess I can see its appeal due to some of those same elements I feel like being used a lot in Bloodborne, where the game kind of throws misdirection at you to get you thinking that something bad is going to happen, and then nothing, and then occasionally just throwing jump scares out at you. Also, this is where we heard the, like, loud footsteps, and, like, I never figured out where those were coming from. Was there not an enemy down below us? Because we cleared out all the other stuff. Oh, hey, there's this little guy. Tempering Blood Gemstone again. Okay, so the previous one was a 7.3, this is a 5.3, so... Oh, it's that guy. Man, your footsteps are heavy. I heard you from so far away earlier. Alright, well. That'll do it for you. Still getting bloodstone shards, so not super exciting on that front. Yeah, I guess I could see the appeal of the horror gaming genre. I do like horror movies quite a bit. I think what it is most of those types of, like, quote-unquote scary games that exist out there, the gameplay is just not that engaging. If there were more games like Bloodborne with good gameplay mechanics combined with sort of horror elements, I would probably play a lot of those. I do remember... Okay, so we've got a way ahead and a side path as well. Okay. Let's take the side road first. I do remember as a kid playing the original Resident Evil on, I believe, a PlayStation 1. It was like one of my friends, and I don't even know if he had the game, or maybe we like rented it back in the days of Blockbuster. And, oh, I was probably like 10 or something, so, you know, the ESRB rating be damned when I was playing it, but that game scared the crap out of me at the time. Like, if it was 20 years ago, the fact that, you know, a seminal gameplay experience was walking down a hallway and having zombie dogs burst through the windows beside me, I will carry those mental scars with me for a very long time. And, you know, maybe by today's standards... And some Molotovs, nice. Maybe by today's standards, you wouldn't consider Resident Evil 1 to have the most exciting gameplay, but at the time, the thing was like the greatest game that had ever been made kind of stuff. Okay, so no chest in this room this time. But some enemies and a couple of loot drops. The Bold Hunter's Mark, okay. And I came in there, so I'm going out this way. So, you know, those kinds of games with just horror, like a horror element, I can definitely get into. This room is weird to me. Okay. These two guys that are, like, waiting to ambush me, but entirely looking the wrong way. Oh, no. And yet, somehow, they still managed to ambush me? Okay. What's going on over here? Hello. Okay. Very fancy chandeliers going on. Huh. I guess we're gonna come down here. Well, that was weird. So I just did like a loop, and there was Not any real reward to it. Am I done with the loop? Oh, that was painful. Okay, that is the pressure plate. I do now have an arrow protruding from the front of my face. I don't guess I've seen one of these before. I was like, oh man, what is that thing up ahead? And then it, you know, shot a flaming arrow into my skull. Lovely. Oh, this might have been like a... doesn't open from this side door? No? I'm very lost. Like, completely turned around at the moment. Okay. Clearly been here. There's dead people. Okay. That was the way across. We could have gone down. We didn't. Yeah, got it. Alright. That all checks out. Wait, is this the way to, like, the very beginning of the level? I don't... Or is this the way... Okay, to the side door. Yeah, yep. Got it. All is forgiven. So... This is going to be our way ahead. Alright. So yeah, to finally finish that statement, after a slight divergence, more games with sort of scary undertones, you know, horror action games, I would definitely be interested in that. It just seems like the jump scare is king, is kind of the only thing we ever get. Speaking of horror cliches, let me walk back out of here. So right here, it's totally silent. And then by the time we get to the door, there's sort of this deafening anticipation sound kind of emanating from the room within. It's those sort of subtle sound cues I find just very cool. They do a lot to build an atmosphere. Excuse me? Watchdog of the Old Lords. Holy crap. Man, look at you. Yeah, I'm definitely taking just a minute to kind of absorb the aesthetic to this boss. You know, with a name like the Watchdog, there's certainly a canine element to it, but at the same time, something very alien. Oh yeah, and you know, we couldn't have a From Software game where something didn't spew lava at us. Alright. So yeah, if this is something's puppy, I don't want to know what the something was, basically. Looks like I can hit its leg to kind of knock it down. Oh, that was a painful thing. Yeah, like that. It'll collapse on us. Oh, ow, ow. Definitely one of those times, being a bit over-leveled has probably already saved our lives a couple of times there. Alright, it's like a flame swipe. As I wouldn't be surprised if getting caught in some of this would have one-shot us already. Not to mention, you know, the ease at which we're capable of staggering it. Yeah, like something like that, I wouldn't be surprised if you were to die. Had you been... you know, maybe level 30 or something the first time you would come down here. Considering you can do this just after beating the Bloodstarved Beast. This is going to be a bit of an upgrade from him. Alright. Oh, got barely nicked by it. Hoping to get another stagger out of his legs. But no need. Central Pthumeru Chalice. Okay. Well, he was definitely no Sif fight. I did not feel sad as he finally died. Okay. And I'm gonna guess so this is going to be the end of this first Chalice dungeon. That was a very cool boss fight. Like, the design and aesthetic for this, the room in which you're fighting it in, all just top-notch stuff. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Chalice. So this is what we're in now. Here's the root Chalice for the randomized dungeons. Of course, now we don't have the ritual blood for it. Speaking of ritual blood, we're going to need a little bit of additional ritual blood 2 to make this work. Okay, and they do have different descriptions. Chalice reveal the tomb of the gods, let blood be the hunter's nourishment, and let ye partake in communion. Root chalices, used in rituals to break old labyrinth seals, are said to change the labyrinth's form each time. The old labyrinth was carved out by the Pthumerians, superhuman beings that are said to have unlocked the wisdom of the eldritch truth. A chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal, but only a root chalice changes the shape of the old labyrinth when used in a ritual. Okay, so I think maybe denoting that the central Pthumeru chalice is going to be a set thing. Also, always noting that that eldritch truth, truth being capitalized, like it's a sentient thing or something that is completely objective, that there is an objective truth to all this. It's kind of an interesting concept. Gonna go ahead and head back to the Hunter's Dream, and next time we'll delve into another Chalice. Alright, so one thing I did want to check, and I was a little disappointed to find, so we only have 5 Ritual Blood 2s, and these guys do not sell it. They sell Ritual Blood 1. Similarly, no help from our Insight Merchant either, which basically means I've got to go back into this Chalice just to try to find, I guess, random loot drops. That's a little disappointing, honestly, in my opinion. I would have hoped that the ritual materials were just abundant enough that I wouldn't have to grind through them. But I'll be doing that before the next episode so that we can get right into the central Pthumeru Chalice. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe to see more videos daily. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos, and I will catch you guys next time.